I know I've talked to you about preparation of the soul. I talk about that all the time, how to get ready for the high holy days, what to think about, what to read, what to reflect on, what to write down. All of that is critically important. But now, as if that weren't difficult enough, we need to add a layer. Okay, and this layer in this particular case is how do you prepare your space? Because here's the problem. You're going to be accessing high holy days from a screen. And it could be the same screen that your kids watch SpongeBob on. It could be where you're watching some great Netflix show. It's the same space. And somehow we need to take that limited, finite stage and transform it. So I just want to give you a few suggestions. So first of all, set aside an area in your house in the same general location of your screen and make it a special, sacred place. I know the Jewish tradition is not about shrines, but if you'll just bear with me and kind of flex a little to those times maybe you've gone into a Thai restaurant or into a Japanese restaurant, and you will see that in those places, often set aside, there is some sort of an altar. Maybe there's a figurine, there's a little plate of food, there's incense. And I'm not suggesting you go get a Buddha, though if you want to, that's fine with me. But it's not about Buddha. It's about creating a Jewish shrine. What does that mean? Put your candles there. When you light your holiday candles, light them there. Put your Kiddush cup there for Rosh Hashanah. Put your challah there. Designate the space and keep it apart. Keep it apart from the toys and the magazine table and the remotes. Just make that space. Maybe you have some pictures of loved ones who have died or friends and family that you can't be with because they're far away. Maybe they're just around the corner, but you can't be in the same indoor space with them. Maybe some pictures of them. I guess what I'm saying is it's up to you to designate the space in which you're living as something bigger than it's ever been before. In Jewish tradition, the custom is that every time you sit down for a meal, you are creating a mikdash ma'at, a miniature sanctuary. And I'm suggesting we take that concept that when you gather together for a meal, that it's a holy moment. I'm suggesting that this is a holy moment, that sitting around the television set becomes a holy experience. We will provide the visual on the screen, and now it's up to you to make the space in your home. We're going to try to help a little bit. We're going to be providing you with a box you'll come pick up at the temple, and in that box, there's going to be some honey, there's going to be some apple slices. You're going to get a Havdalah candle that you will light at the end of Yom Kippur. You're also going to get what we're calling a viewer's guide. It will be a viewer's guide about the holidays and what you're experiencing. Also, there'll be for Tashlich, which is that service we do at the end of Rosh Hashanah day in which we cast our crumbs on the water until we found out that feeding ducks too many crumbs wasn't good for them. This year, we're enclosing in every box a sheet of dissolving paper. It's a chance to write down on that piece of paper things that you want to change, things that you feel you have done that harmed others or harmed your own soul, that you want to improve, ways that you want to be better by casting off the things that most limit you. You're going to fold it up, and I would say in that sacred spot on your table, you get a bowl of water, and everyone will drop them in as they slowly dissolve. And in this way, we're able to keep that Tashlich tradition going until one day we meet again on the bridge at City Hall. Additionally, you will find the Book of Memory. That is your opportunity to include the names of friends and loved ones who have died. It will also contain the essential prayers for Yizkor. One of the experiences that we're cognizant of is how one's mind can wander while watching something on a screen. And we decided that the best way to handle that would be to say, okay, let your mind wander. Also included will be our own Temple Beth Avodah prayer guide. In the book, there's going to be a collection of readings, poems, thoughts that you can read over during the service, after the service, weeks after, years after. You will have that. In that same vein, we will also have a journal, a simple journal for you. We welcome you, urge you to take time to fill in your thoughts and experiences of this new year in the time of COVID. And to help that, we will be providing over the course of the High Holy Days some prompts, questions that you can think about that will come up during a service or during a meditative period that you can write about. Book belongs to you. We don't collect it. You're not graded. But we all hope that it will give you a greater sense of the meaning of this particular period for you. If you are a person that loves the Machzor, if you want the physical book, we can arrange a time for you to pick it up and to borrow it from the temple, so you can have that. Last but not least, the book, How to Be an Anti-Racist by Dr. Ibram Kendi, who has just come to Boston University, and we are fortunate that he's going to be in the greater Boston area, and God willing, in times to come, we'll be able to have some direct contact with him. In the meantime, we'll have direct contact with him through his book. We have this fantastic committee, the Social Justice Committee, that has chosen this selection, and we will read it together as a congregation, and we'll have time to ponder its meaning, and after coming to some agreement about what Dr. Kendi is teaching us, to then adopt the things that we feel we can do as a congregation to respond to a world so riddled with racism and fear and hate. This is it's a big agenda. We have a lot going on, and we hope that you will step up open-heartedly and receive all of this to help you in turn have a full, rich, vibrant experience of the High Holy Days, and to enter into 5781 feeling resilient and ready to move forward.